Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you very much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a look here at OGN. I got a lot of requests for this one. Figure we'd just jump right in and kind of talk a little bit about how and why this coin may continue to break down. It does look like it wants to kind of fall down, if you will, because it's retesting this consistent level here at about 0.618. And there's only so many times you can retest a support range or resistance until it breaks through. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I love to teach people trade. Truly hope you can learn something here today. If you do want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site. Link down below. I've got Trading Academy, Community, and Signals group where we all learn and grow together. And we're having a good time over here. And just a note here, we got some awesome trades here. Render took some nice short there, 20% profit. Phoenix at 33, took a DAR short at 29%, 120% from leverage, 50% from AVAX. Majority of the shorts are still open again because we have multiple targets and entries to kind of average yourself into the trade. 5x leverage trades, safe profit. And you want to kind of reference some of our profits here from before. Links on, of course, my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. So check that out in your own time. So with OGN, what we want to talk about here, just kind of address the elephant in the room here, I guess, would be just the simple fact that we have this support level here that is consistently being retested. And it's never a good sign when you keep retesting the same range multiple times, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about what that looks like. We do want to address here as well that we had a previous double bottom pattern that did play out pretty well, but rejected up at this resistance range here. So basically 14 cents, 14.40 is a resistance level that we got to be mindful of. If we take a look at liquidity, we can see there is still some liquidity left to potentially be swept. So keep in mind if you do end up shorting this coin, there is potential the price could wick all the way up here to that level and effectively wipe out a lot of shorts. Okay, so just note that that does happen. Liquidity sweeps are realistic, but this most recent one here was swept, and ever since then, there's still just one more left here. So keep in mind that is a potential reality, but there is still some fair value here that hasn't been filled yet. Keep in mind the price could come all the way down as low as about 9 to 10 cents. Okay, so again, just some areas to be mindful of. If we take a look at the RSI, we can see we're still above 50, and the most recent time frame when the price came up, overextended itself, came sideways, bounced off 50, and continued higher. There is potential for that to happen right now. Just note that it's not looking pretty because this area here just seems to be a strong, like a gravitational pull towards that level. And 0.618, while it is a very strong support level in most cases, it can only hold for so long. We've retested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 times in the last 10 trading days. Okay, so it's just a matter of time before that breaks down. Keep in mind, Bitcoin has just a minor candle wick down to 26.5. We'll see OGN correct itself even further. So just note, getting close. We're on the edge of disaster. We've got a MACD divergence here as well. There's really no reason to take a long position right now, in my personal opinion. But once more, we are above all 3 moving averages. So there's still some consolation, still some positive here. You got to recognize like it's not all doom and gloom, but it's certainly not fantastic. So majority of these things kind of equal themselves out. I don't really see anything massively, no stark realities here on the daily. So nothing that's stands out to me the most. Okay, take a look at here TD sequential. Not a whole lot there, of course, because we are seeing mostly sideways action. On the 4-hour time frame, we do want to address a couple of things here as well. And we can note that we're below 2 of the 3 moving averages, so that's typically not great. We're under 50 on the RSI as well. Lost that support. Of course, our MACD here is kind of stuck on sideways here. So not a whole heck of a lot to really tell us any stark realities here of what's going to happen next. We can see a small double bottom here, of course, on the 4-hour. And if we look at the daily, we can see we had a falling wedge previously, or correction, this is the 1-hour. The last thing we kind of want to look at here, and it's not really super telling, is just the Ichimoku cloud. We can kind of see that we've been below that resistance level for some time, and that's never a great sign either. So the truth is here that while it doesn't show us that there's a strong likelihood of the price breaking down, there's equal amount of potential for the price to go up as well. In other words, we're probably just going to see this coin just continue to bleed out. That's my personal opinion. I do think once we lose this support level, it'll be a new resistance, and we'll see the price action continue to break down. So if you are going to set some targets, set some tight targets here if you're going to long or short, because again, this coin can and has been known to have pretty aggressive movements. I mean, look at 15% candle wick there in only 1 hour. Okay, so please be mindful This coin is wreck city in a lot of cases, so just be careful with how you trade it. But there, again, based on what we see here so far, there's nothing I really like about taking a long position with this coin. I'm leaning a little bit more towards a short, just based on the fact that it's slowly breaking down. It's establishing lower highs and consistently retesting lower lows. And again, if you're not familiar with this pattern, it's just a simple pattern where the price breaks up, works itself into a wedge, and inevitably, in most cases, it does break to the upside. You got to keep in mind, there is a possibility based on this pattern here that the price could break upward. Does it derive from this downward spot? But again, a lot of reasons to kind of not touch this coin as well. So just a heads up on that. I hope that makes sense. I described that correctly. I know sometimes this isn't always what you want to hear, because a lot of times it's like, hey, well, is it going up or down? Well, honestly, I do feel like it's probably going to go down, but I really can't put my stamp of approval on it either. So it's kind of one of those indifferent situations. And you got to know that when you have that kind of feeling, it's best not to take a trade. Okay. Again, the key takeaway here is to make sure that you survive and thrive in this market if possible. And of course, in order to thrive, you got to be able to choose, pick your battles, right? And to me, I like to be patient, like to wait for confirmation. If the price breaks down below that 0.618, then I might consider a short because it'll likely continue. But for right now, it doesn't seem like it's a coin I really want to bother to touch. So again, hopefully this helped you kind of understand my logic and how I look at things. But if you want to understand a little bit more specifically how that works, cryptocash.tech, again, link down below if you want to become maybe a better trader. I have a trading academy, community, and signal group, all linked down below. And obviously jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you're curious about how our community interacts and how we all grow and learn together. It's a fun thing here. It's a great experience. So I'm just happy to be part of it. Thanks again, everyone, for joining me. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We will see you in the next one. Take care.